Okay, well, you know the rules. Robots paint, you guess. I give some clues along the way. I try to be helpful. We're going to do the top 20 most advanced ancient cities. So these are the biggest, baddest cities of the ancient world. And some of them are kind of obscure. So don't beat yourself too badly if you don't get them all. First up, located in southeastern Africa, known for impressive stone ruins. Now, these ruins are there, so if you've been there, you might know this one. Southeastern Africa. Its walls were built without mortar, yet still stand today. A center for gold trade at the time and regional power. European explorers were once baffled by its origin. It is the largest ancient city in sub-Saharan Africa. So, sub-Saharan Africa, gold trade. I think we've probably had this once before, baby. Its name inspired the modern country's name. So, this city now is the name of the country. That help? Guess a country. I like your answer, Doctor. That would have been a good answer. Timbuktu is incorrect, but right idea. Right idea. Right idea. Any other guesses? Going once, going twice. This is called the Great Zimbabwe. Great Zimbabwe, 11th to 15th century. And the country now is obviously Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. All right, let's go across the world. Number 19, situated near the Mississippi River. Not very many places that are there. Known for its massive earthen mounds. It had a central plaza and evidence of complex governance. It was larger than London at the time of 1250 CE. This was a bigger city than London in 1250 CE, or AD, I guess. Let's say AD. Now, on the Mississippi River, larger city than London, 1250 CE. There aren't too many places. It is the largest pre-Columbian city north of Mexico. Anybody know? Hey, Alan, what's going on, man? You're in the wrong room. You're in the wrong room for that. You're not going to find that here. You're going to find ancient cities. You're going to find advanced ancient cities here. The Emerald Mound site. Very good. Very good. This was called Cahokia. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Anybody? Cahokia. This is on the Mississippi River, and it was all the way from 600 to 1400 AD. Wow. Cahokia. All right, you guys know this next one. We've been here many times. It's a mysterious city of the Indus Valley civilization. It featured grid-like streets and multi-story homes. This is way back, 2500 BC. This is 2500 BC. This is like way back at one of the world's earliest urban sewage systems. This is the plumbers. That's where they had the good plumbers. No palaces or temples, which was weird for the time, so they think it was a equal society. Doctor, you are correct. Not perfect spelling, but close enough. We can sound it out. And Rhombus, that's both poor spelling and incorrect. but I like the way it sounds. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza. That's phonetic spelling. No palaces or temples, known for its advanced drainage and urban planning. Its name means mounds of the dead. Mohenjo-Daro is correct. We've been there many times, and it is all the way back at 2500 BC. There you go. Most advanced cities of the ancient world is our category. Number 17. Now, I want to go down to these. This is even older. This is 2600 BC. And it is one of the oldest cities in the Americas. They built pyramids thousands of years before the Inca. These people were here thousands of years before Incas. Had a planned city layout, and they had musical instruments. I don't know how they know that, but they seem to know that. No evidence of warfare or fortifications. No war. That's because they were in South America. Nobody there. Ancient and peaceful city with monumental architecture. 2600 BC. So isn't that the same year that they built the Great Pyramid in Giza? Same year as the Great Pyramid in Giza, they were building pyramids in Peru. Now, I don't know. Somebody needs to explain that. Somebody needs to explain that to me. Correct. Stuart got it. Pretty close. It's Caral, C-A-R-A-L, so very close. Close enough to give you credit. Caral is older than the Egyptian pyramids by 100 years. There you go. Caral, Peru. And it still looks like that today. That'd be fun to go see, huh? Yeah, you bet. All right, so this one is an artist's depiction of what it looked like at the time. It is associated with ancient kings and biblical tales. It built one of the seven. It was built, and it was one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. It was home of the Code of Hammurabi. Remember, we've talked about the Code of Hammurabi on another show. A center of Mesopotamian culture and science. This is famous for the Hanging Gardens. Now, who remembers where this is? It's not Alexandria. Oh, I think Doctor has it. He does. Doctor has it. And this ranged from 1800 BC to 539 BC. So there you go. About till the Romans came along. A little before that, I guess. I guess it was Alexander the Great that probably knocked this thing down, right? I can't remember. Something like that. It had a massive ziggurat, possibly linked to the Tower of Babel. Babel. Babel? Is that more correct? Babel? Not Babel. Babel. Babylon. Babylon. All right. Number 15. Ancient cities. Remember, this is an ancient city known as Waset in ancient Egyptian times. So if you were around in ancient Egypt, you would have called it Waset. I don't know how that helped. Home to monumental temples along the Nile. So there were a bunch of temples all along the Nile River that were part of this city. It's the burial site for pharaohs. It's where the Valley of Kings is. This is where the Valley of Kings is. That's a good clue. Played a key role in Egypt's Middle and New Kingdoms. It's a religious capital with grand temples like Karnak. Now, who knows the city? Memphis, good guess. Incorrect. This is another Egyptian city. And this city was from 2000 BC to 100 AD. And this is where the Valley of Kings is. This is where a bunch of temples are, like Karnak, which I think this might be part of Karnak, this temple we're seeing here. The famed tomb of King Tutankhamun was found near the city of ancient Egyptian city of Thebes. That ring a bell? Thebes. Okay, learn something every day. Quick Bite History Live. Let's jump back down to South America. So let's move up to the 13th to 16th century AD. So this was Incan times. And this was high in the Andes, once considered the center of the world. The city layout mirrored a puma shape. They were into those shapes from the air, right? The stonework was so precise, it survived major earthquakes. Not Machu Picchu. This was the capital of the Incan Empire. Machu Picchu was like a resort. It was like a place to go and hang out in the mountains. This is the capital, known for its sophisticated road network and governance. Rob is correct. Known for its sophisticated road network and governance, the Inca trail system extended over 25,000 miles, and all roads lead to Cusco, Peru, 13th to 16th century. There you go. I think there's some older ruins there at the bottom, underneath, and they built other stuff on top. You know, like most cities. All right, let's keep going. Ancient cities. Most advanced ancient cities. This is a cool place. It'd be nice to be able to visit this. However, I think it'd be difficult, especially for an Amerikansky. This was founded by Darius the Great. It was built as a ceremonial capital. It was decorated with massive reliefs and columns. And it was burned to the ground by Alexander the Great. A symbol of Persian imperial architecture and power. Correct you are, doctor. The doctor's in the house. This was from 518 BC to 330 BC. So the city wasn't around that long before Alexander burned it to the ground. It did have underground drainage and cooling systems. So good, both plumbing and HVAC, which is nice. A little air conditioning. Persepolis, Iran. Persepolis. Anyway, like I said, looks like a cool place to visit. Maybe. Might not get there. Probably should take it off the bucket list. Next up, its temple is the largest religious structure in the world. There you go. So the city's temple is the largest religious structure in the world, known for intricate bas-relief carvings. Very intricate. Vast urban complex surrounded by jungle. Its advanced irrigation and reservoir systems. Cool. And we're looking for the city. I'll give you a hint. It's in the country of Cambodia. And the year was 9th to 15th century AD. Its water management was more complex than many modern cities today. Borobudur is good guess, but incorrect. And okay, so Angkor Wat is more or less correct. Angkor Wat is the name of the temple, and Angkor is the name of the city. So we'll give you credit. I'm a giver. Can't say I'm not a giver. We'll give you credit for that. Angkor is correct. Maybe Doctor had it first. If we're trying to find a winner. And I like the emoji, so Rob wins points for the emoji. And here we go. Number 11. A city we've been to a few times. The name means City of the Gods. And it is home to the Pyramid of the Sun and the Moon. It meticulously aligned with celestial events. Its builders remain a mystery, though. I'm not sure about that. One of the largest cities in the ancient Americas. Yes, you are. It looks like you've got it. Looks like maybe Rob has that one. Rob with no emoji. And Mexico is correct, Alex. You are correct. Let's see. It had apartment complexes that housed thousands. Big city. Built by aliens. I think. I'm not sure. Maybe. That's not the category, though. It's just most advanced ancient cities, not most alien constructed. Teotihuacan, Mexico. There you go. We're down to the top 10. 10 more. Halfway home. Now, this is the birthplace of many modern political ideas. And it hosted philosophers who we're very familiar with. Socrates, well, who could forget? And Plato. Known for iconic structures on a rocky hilltop. It flourished during the golden age of Pericles. There you go. I think everybody's getting this one. Looks like maybe Rob had it first. Dr. Stewart. Oh, the Parthenon is not correct, though, Stewart. We're looking for the city. You can't even say Acropolis. So the Parthenon is the temple. The Acropolis is the complex around the temple. And Athens is the city. All the way from 5th century BC, so it's an old one. And it's still around today. How about that? Continuously occupied, didn't burn it down, didn't get knocked down an earthquake, tidal wave, comet strike, nothing. It's still here. There you go. Athens. Down to number 9. Another big town that's still around today. It began as a small settlement on 7 hilltops. It built an empire through military might and engineering. It was innovated with aqueducts, roads, and concrete. They had a senate and a legal code that influenced the West. There you go. You got it. All right. You are correct. This is Rome, Italy. And when was Rome founded? Anybody know when would they say that Rome was founded? The ancient world superpower shaping European history. Roman roads stretched over 50,000 miles. Some still in use today. I hope they repave it once in a while. Maybe a seal coat or something, huh? Something. Some of that like glass stuff. Maybe over the top. Anybody know when Rome was established? Any guesses? It was before they crossed the Rubicon. How about 753? 753 BC. BCE. Stuart, very close. Very good. Good guess. Very close. All right. Let's jump across the Mediterranean. This place was founded by a world-conquering general. We all know who that is. It became a hub for scholars and scientists. It hosted a lighthouse considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. And it was home to the Great Library of Antiquity. And Stuart had it first. Rhombus has it as well. It is a major Hellenistic city blending Greek, Egyptian, and Roman culture. Yeah, it was big back in Cleopatra's day, right? The Ptolemaic dynasty, which I said correctly that time. Ptolemaic, no, the Ptolemaic. Although I like the Ptolemaic. It was the world's first truly international city. There you go. That's an interesting fact, right? Alexandria, 331 BC to 642 AD, before it was underwater. There you go. Yeah, good job on the guys that got that one. All right, let's jump across the world. This is located at high altitude near Lake Titicaca. There's a name that rolls right off the tongue. Lake Titicaca. Known for enormous, precisely cut stones. So this has been in some of our shows about unexplained architecture, mysterious constructions. It is aligned with solstices and celestial events. Built sophisticated canals and raised field agriculture. So this was quite the place. Quite the architectural wonder. A spiritual and engineering marvel of the Andes. Anybody got it? Now, I saw an answer that was really close to it earlier. This is in Bolivia, if you need a clue. That's where Lake Titicaca is. It is the marvel of the Andes. Some stones weighed over 100 tons and were transported without wheels. Well, how do they know they didn't have wheels? So that's a good guess. I mean, that's one of the places right near this place for sure. That Pluto Palenque or whatever. This is Tiwanaku, Bolivia. Okay, Tiwanaku. Let's move on. Let's not let the grass grow. Let's go all the way back to 2600 BC, across the world. This is the twin city to another place we've already been to in this round, in the Indus Valley. They used uniform brick sizes and standardized city planning. Crazy! Advanced public sanitation before many others. So they had plumbers here as well. They had no grand palaces or central temples. So they don't think there was like a hierarchical system, like a big old king kind of thing. It was like a egalitarian society. A model of urban design and civil engineering. There you go. Now, what was the other place? Mohenjo-Daro, right? So this is the sister city to Mohenjo-Daro. Sewer systems in blank rival those of modern cities. So supposedly the sewer system in this city was as good as anything until the 19th century AD. It was 2600 BC. This was Harappa. 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 Let's move on. This is the capital of the first unified Chinese empire. First Chinese empire. And it is home to the Terracotta Army, which you see depicted here. It was laid out with centralized imperial planning. So we're looking for the city where the Terracotta Army lives. It was burned after the fall of the Qin dynasty. Not Beijing. Not Beijing. The political and cultural heart of early imperial China. This is kind of the first capital of China. Let me give you the date. 221 BC. 221 BC. There you go, Stuart. How would we all pronounce that, Stuart? Jianyang. Just Jianyang. How's that? Jianyang. The entire city was designed to reflect the cosmic order and power. There you go. Well, that was hard to pronounce. Let's go to number 4. Let's go back in time. 4000 BC. 4000 BC. Possibly the first city, big city, in human history. Birthplace of the epic hero Gilgamesh. This is Gilgamesh's home. Featured massive temples called ziggurats. Rhombus! I didn't know if Rhombus was still here. He ran with the answer, though. It featured, early site of writing. Cuneiform tablets are found here. A cradle of civilization and organized government. And you are correct. Uruk. Uruk. How we say that? Uruk. 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 Something like that. It's in Iraq. It's in Iraq. Uruk. Iraq. Alright? Iraq. Scottish or Irish? Scottish? Irish. What? The word Iraq may have been derived from the city Iraq. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Looks like a mound of mud to me. I don't know what you guys think, but the ruins are not that impressive. I guess, 6,000 years will do that to you. Anyway, I think you know this place. It straddles 2 continents. It served as the capital of 2 great empires. It is the home to the Hagia Sophia, once a church, once a mosque, and now a museum. It survived sieges and transformed over centuries. We're looking for the city, and Rhombus again wakes up to get the correct answer. And Stuart has it as well, and I think Alex has it as well. Everybody knows it is a strategic and cultural crossroads for East and West. And this is another one of those ancient cities that is still occupied today and survived the whole time. So all those cities, right? Constantinople, Athens, Rome, were all kind of strategically located, right? And they were on the Mediterranean, so climate change wasn't as bad in those locations because they always had access to water. Anyway, I'm trying to justify why they aren't abandoned like a lot of those other cities. There you go. Istanbul, Constantinople, Turkey. Number 2. Let's go back to China. This city was the starting point of the Silk Road. This is all the way back at 200 BC. It hosted foreign embassies, artists, and scholars. Its city layout inspired future Chinese capitals. Who knows? The city layout inspired future Chinese capitals. I already said that. Advanced water systems, and they were good plumbers too, and cosmopolitan diversity. Yeah, diversity in this city. It's the most important city in the East Asia during the Tang Dynasty. This is the Tang capital, and it's the start of the Silk Road. Who knows what this place is? Anybody? At its peak, it had over 1 million residents, which was unmatched in the ancient world. So it was like the first really megacity. First megacity. The name was Chang'an. Chang'an. Chang tilde an. Chang'an. There you go. Let's go to number 1. A place. Let's go to a place we know. This is hidden in the desert and carved directly into rose-colored cliffs. It mastered water control in an arid climate. Pretty important. It featured rock-cut tombs, temples, and a grand amphitheater. And it served as a major caravan trade hub. So that's why it makes it to this list, right? This is 5th century BC, 500 BC to 400 AD. And it's known for its breathtaking architecture and desert sustainability. Yes, you guys all know this one. I think Alex got it first. Rhombus, Stuart, Rob. All correct. Its nickname is the Rose City because of its color of stone at sunrise and sunset. Sunrise, sunset. Petra. Petra is probably the city that's made it on more quick bite history lists than any other city. So it has that going for it. All right. We did the most advanced ancient cities. That was fun. You guys were pretty good at those. Pretty darn good.